Right now, it feels like the entertainment world is ruled by Marvel, and while I do enjoy some of that, my heart will always belong to DC, because DC animation is what I grew up loving. I still believe the DCAU is the best thing to ever air on television, and while the live action adaptations have their ups and downs, the animated movies and shows will always be the best in the biz. So this month, I'm going over some of the best animated DC shows and movies they have to offer. But this year, in honor of Kevin Conroy, I'm going to be focusing on some of the Dark Knight's greatest adventures. His best episodes, movies, and specials, all elevated by his voice. Join me every day this month as I celebrate DCember. Hello and welcome back to DCember. We couldn't call this month a tribute to Kevin Conroy without taking a look at one of the best things to come from Batman the Animated Series. Mask of the Phantasm isn't just the first theatrical animated Batman movie. To this day, it still stands as one of, if not the best examples of how to make a Batman movie, animated or otherwise. This movie took everything that the show did so well, the atmosphere, the animation, the mood, and pumped everything up to 11. Every part of this is firing on all cylinders. The story focuses on Batman trying to clear his name after a mysterious figure known as the Phantasm starts killing mob bosses, with people mistaking him for Batman. It also offers a look back into the origins of Batman and how he struggled with almost giving up crime fighting for the love of his life, Andrea Beaumont. This story allows us to dig deep into what makes Batman who he is. And I don't know there's ever been anything else that perfectly illustrates the constant doubt he feels in his actions, both as Batman and Bruce. Kevin Conroy gives the performance of a lifetime, making you really feel the turbulent emotions Bruce is going through. We get to see his first struggles against crime, trying to make a persona that will strike fear into the hearts of criminals, and we see how the fire in him starts to go out when he finds someone he thinks he can spend his life with. Batman has always done everything for his parents. He wants to fight crime so he can stop other children from going through what he did as a kid. But he's just one man, and is this really the right way to go about it? That's when he meets Andrea, a woman who's also experienced the loss of a parent, and they are immediately smitten with each other. It seems like Bruce will give up being Batman forever, but suddenly she leaves, and Bruce is sent back to square one, though he never forgets her. As the movie goes on, we start to learn that Andrea is actually connected to the mob bosses being murdered. In fact, this is the reason that she had to leave, as her father fell behind in his payments to them. As Batman gets closer to the truth, Andrea discovers that he's actually Bruce. But she still accepts him, and it seems like they might even get back together. But eventually, it's revealed that Andrea is actually the Phantasm, and that she wants revenge. While Bruce thought she had fled with her father, the mobsters actually sent someone to get rid of him, and while Andrea got away, her father didn't. This is such a good look into what Batman could have become. Both him and Andrea lost their parents to criminals, but while Bruce decided to fight monsters, Andrea decided to become one. It's a really good parallel that makes you realize how small the tightrope is that Batman walks. But besides the story, this movie is gorgeous. It's like those small bursts of extreme quality from the show are just the whole thing, and it's a feast for the eyes. The Phantasm has a great design too, super menacing and foreboding, and it's actually pretty easy to see how someone would mistake them for Batman. The smoke powers are cool too. The music is amazing too. We even get a fully orchestrated version of the main theme, complete with choir. I never got to see this in theaters, but I bet it would be amazing. This movie even sheds a bit of light on Joker, as it turns out that he was the one who killed Andrea's father before he was transformed into the Clown Prince of Crime. It's a cool little look into his past without revealing too much about him. And Mark Hamill gives one of his greatest performances here as well, giving what might be his best laugh ever. I could honestly just keep talking about this movie forever, but it's better if you just watch it for yourself. It's one of the best Batman stories out there, and in less than an hour and a half, it manages to capture everything that makes Batman such an interesting character. And 30 years later, it still hasn't been beat. I'll see you tomorrow for more DCember.